Heartstab. By Vaati of ETC. The medic laughed to himself nervously as he stood near the fountain in the center of the village, occasionally gazing into the water, to make sure his hair was combed neatly. He was waiting for his dear friend, the Heavy, to meet him for his birthday. From there, they would head to the medic's favorite German restaurant. When the Heavy had offered to take the medic to dinner, he meant it merely as a birthday present. The two had gone through a lot together. They had stolen many briefcases containing weapon diagrams, pushed many explosive carts to the bases to their enemies, and captured many control points. Thoughts of romance and sexual advanced had been far from the Heavy's head. However, the sexuality of our dear friend, whom I have just introduced to you, would make this day more difficult than it would have been. This medic was a homosexual, and he had very strong feelings for his Heavy. I hope you understand how strong these feelings were, when I say he wanted to spill his Ubercage all over his Heavy's body. When he was healing his Heavy, crouching behind his large friend in an effort to avoid grenades, rockets, and flares, he would find his eyes drifting toward the Heavy's small, but muscular butt. He would begin daydreaming that they were alone, and that the medic in front of the Heavy using his all-natural minigun on the Heavy's minigun. After waiting for a few minutes, the Heavy arrived. They exchanged pleasantries, and began their journey to the restaurant. The medic constantly glanced at the Heavy's hand, hoping that he would put it around him, or at least try to hold his hand. But nothing happened. They had a fine meal at the German restaurant. Throughout their feast, the Heavy made no advances toward the medic. It was not until they had finished eating, and were about to part, that the Heavy said something which especially caught the medic's attention. "Would you like to come home with me?" asked the Heavy. The medic's eyes lit up at this question. This is what he had been waiting for ever since he had been instated into Builders League United. "Oh, of course," stuttered the medic, almost unable to control his excitement. They were going to go to the Heavy's apartment. And they weren't going to be pushing a cart, but they were sure going to be pushing something. This concludes part 1. Goodbye, mate.